Hey, folks, it's Sunday, so we're hanging right here on the Sunday night hang. Wow, yeah, really got to come up with a title at some point, Trev. It's more of a description than a title. But hey,
it's what we're used to.
It's what we're used to. We got Trev, we got me, we got Sammy Boller, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's been way too long, and I totally take blame on that because you were off, being a rock star, touring around stuff and making albums and who knows what else. We'll find out, folks. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
If you have a question or a comment or a concern, I don't know. You can put some question marks at the beginning of your message, or you can at us, even though it doesn't highlight, but we'll look. Or, if you're a member, you can use the member milestone to stand out or stand out with Super Chat. That's fine. We don't mind.
You
bet. A bunch of people joining in already. This is awesome. So I'm just going to plug it right now before anyone knows, because this is a Canadian show on a Canadian channel, and this guy is headed to Canada soon on tour with these guys. Yeah, because that's how old a fan I am.
Oh, nice.
They didn't reference this Friday night on Tone Talk. They mentioned Superstar Car Wash, but this is my personal favorite album.
Nice,
and,
man.
As well as, I've been digging this as of late, catching up. So I'm just saying.
Oh,
yeah.
This
thanks, man.
little more technical than this.
Right.
Let's team them out of Mojo and Groove. So there's that.
Thanks for the plug, man. That's super nice.
Well, I thought that was ironic. I didn't even know you were going on tour across Canada when I reached out to you. And then you put out the post 2 hours later. I was like, well, that's rather fitting.
It was on the same day, wasn't it? Yeah, I didn't.
Karma is real. I say it every show, Trev.
Right.
It definitely is true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But no, I'm looking forward to heading to Canada, man. I've always loved playing in Canada. So, yeah, when I found out about that a few months ago, I was super psyched. And especially, yeah, it's just going to be fun being there.
It's a real Canadian tour. It's not they're hitting his place, hitting my place. That's it. Vancouver, Toronto, done. No. All kinds of places in between.
Oh yeah, it starts out west and goes all the way out east. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
Now I am curious with the live setup with Goo Goo Dolls. How many players are on stage?
It's a 5-piece total. So it's John and Robbie, and then I'm playing second guitar, and then they have Jimmy McDorman on keyboards, and then Craig McIntyre on drums. So 5-piece. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. I was wondering about that because, again, I've been listening to a bunch of Goo Goo Dolls as of late, revisiting my CD collection, figure, and a lot of it is doubled up guitar, so that makes sense. Or if it's going to be, say, one guitar you can play and he can be frontman and interact with the crowd. Ooh, look at him. Charisma. Correct, yeah. Seen him live. It's charisma.
Yeah. Yeah, they started as a 3-piece with just guitar, bass, and drums, and then over the years, I think they added members. I think it started with just an extra guitar, and then they added the keys later. But no, it's super cool, man. It's been a total blast playing with them. It's been amazing.
Mm-hmm. Just look at who we got in the chat here, Trev. We got Zach Thong, Terry's 3Gs, Ferd Burfel, who's coming on next week. That's fun. JP Page 2, my sister Amanda. She's living on the treadmill because she had a burger and potato chips, so it's about balance. I get Holly's here. Holly Ann, welcome. Who else we got? Glenn Michael Thompson, Dastardly Dave, Offbeat Bass Gear, Sup Dark Rob.
Right up.
John Landino's here. Unfucking believable is here. Arf. Mark Spurgeon out in Alaska. Matt McCullum, who was originally scheduled for tonight, but we bumped her. Sammy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, man.
He understood. Okay. He's coming on at the end of the month. So
cool. Nice.
Wayne McConnell. Good to see you. Who else we got here? Michael B. His band Melancholy Circus put out a new video today. Just saying.
Right on. Cheers, Mike.
Destin Ray. Good to see you. Let's just see if we got any early questions as well. I may have missed, but they're all talking to each other. Papa Blue. Good to see you. Right. Cushman's here.
Cheers, Cush.
Hip. Good to see Hip's alive.
Brother, roommate, proof of life.
Yep, literally. Brother's roommate.
Oh, nice.
Let's see who else we got here. Man, they're a very communicative bunch. Ooh, that's a big word.
That is hopping.
It is. Munch Michelli, Marsha Murray, Guitar Man 45. He was at your show with Citizen Zero as it was his son's birthday, Bo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing, man. Cool.
Yep. Yeah, because I remember, you were talking about that last time you were on Tone Talk, and I didn't see Bo in the chat because he's usually at the machine shop on a Friday night. So I'm like, hey, you have plans next Friday.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Thanks for coming, man. That's awesome.
He said he had a blast.
It was a really fun night. Yeah, I can't believe it was already a few months ago, but yeah, it was a blast.
Great. Cool. So Citizen Zero back together.
Yeah, we did a reunion show at the Machine Shop in November, and we have a couple new songs coming out. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. It's been pretty cool playing with. Those are like my childhood best friends, so it's been a blast.
Awesome.
Yeah, super cool. We played in Canada a lot, man. We toured in Canada a lot back then. So
get your band back together.
I don't think I ever caught you guys live, but I do remember the name, having played similar clubs possibly 10, 12 years ago.
Oh yeah. That was my first experience like touring in Canada. But we did like Lee's Palace a few times. That's a classic.
That's classic.
Especially Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That's the first time I heard that name. But we toured quite a bit in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been fun playing with them again, man. So it's crazy going back and playing all your old songs that you wrote when you were a kid,
Mm-hmm.
But that show, we did a show at the Machine Shop in Flint, which for anybody who doesn't know is like, I don't know, it's just a pretty popular rock club. Like a lot of bands grow up coming through there on their on their way. And I hadn't really been back there in years since we used to play there a lot when we were young. So it was just cool seeing a bunch of old friends. It was like a big family reunion.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
what's up, Guitar and Steve? Is that you, Steve? Steve Reeser's here.
Steve's here.
What's up, Steve?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Steve
shared.
Cheers, Holly.
And Steve mentioned when he shared the link this afternoon, he did a bit of a stint with a little band called Tesla. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of them.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I filled in for Frank Hannon a few, for 3 shows last year.
Oh, cool.
Or 2024, so I guess a year and a half ago. But that was an incredible experience too, man. Super fun.
We're obviously somewhat familiar with their catalog, but did you have to sit down and crunch a bit to get the songs down for the set list on that, or?
I did, yeah. And at the time, it was really stressful at the time. They asked Brian Wheat, the bass player. I was on tour with the opening band. We had done a lot of shows with Tesla, so I knew all the guys pretty well just from touring with them. But Brian asked me like before one of the sound checks. He said, "Hey, there's a chance, we might need you to fill in for Frank." Like, yeah, we might need you to fill in for Frank this summer. So if you're interested, let me know, and maybe we can do something, or that'd be great if you can do it. So I said, of course, thinking, all right, I have some time here. So I put a playlist together, all their songs. Sure. And then like 2 days later, Frank called me and said, "Hey, this is happening really fast. I need you to play like this week." So it was really stressful, man. Yeah, it was. Wow. I mean, I'm a huge fan of theirs, so it was. I knew the big songs, but like you guys know, when you do a show, it's not always like the record. There's a lot of moving parts. So and I was on tour, so it's always a little bit harder learning songs when you're on the road. You don't have as much time to just sit down and like your environment and get it together. But
no distractions at all on the road ever. Never.
Yeah, exactly, right. But luckily Dave Rude, their other guitarist, is a really good friend of mine. So we would get together. We got together a few times and kind of worked it out. And he helped me a lot. And I kind of worked up a system for like learning a show quickly, which later proved to be extremely helpful with joining the Goo Goo Dolls, which we can get to that later. But anyway, learning their show in a week was really stressful, but we did it, and it was an amazing experience. I mean, I love all those songs.
And it's one thing, to like listen to the music and you have an idea. So on one hand, it's like when the changes are coming, but then you have that like doubt. Okay, I know the change is coming up in like 4 bars, but what is the change?
I know. Yeah, and like your mind,
that autopilot thing.
Yeah, you're not on autopilot, but you kind of need to play songs like that are so iconic. But I kind of just started with the ones that I knew they were gonna do, and like the guitar solos where it's like, all right, it has to be exact. you know, it's like has to be perfect. So
Mhm.
I kind of started with
A lot of
those.
Frank's solos were very melodic, almost following the vocal line and that kind
Big
of
time.
way.
Yeah.
Big time, like Love Song, and
Yeah.
just a lot of them. But it was a trip playing with them, man. That was super cool. Yeah, we did 3 shows. There was one show they were playing at the Ryman in Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a chance like I was gonna have to do that, but that would have been the first one, and it was like a day's notice. There was no way. So thank God, and we wouldn't have been able to practice at all. So thank God Frank was able to do that, and then I picked up the next show in North Carolina. But I was really nervous about going on at the Ryman without rehearsing. That was going to be a nightmare. But it all worked out. But we ended up playing 2 nights later. So we played like most of it at soundcheck. So and also just knowing them from touring with them made me more comfortable. You know, they're like we're all cool. So yeah, it was amazing, man. That was a real blessing for sure.
Good experience for sure.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice little thing on the resume, as it were. You know,
I
look at me, I'm
guess,
competent. I can learn songs and play them in a timely manner, which is a big deal if you're going to be a pro sideman or touring musician.
Right.
It's funny, yeah. It's like there's never actually enough time. You know, that's one thing I've learned. Like being able to learn songs quickly is it's not something that comes naturally to me, to be honest. Like there's guys that can learn stuff way faster than I do. But go ahead.
How are you like improvisation? Can you do a lot of that to play a drone tone or a little backing track and just go off on a tangent, or are you more of I want to see what I got to do and know I'm going to hit all those
regimented?
Good question, man. I definitely like improvising for sure.
Right. You're comfortable with it.
I'm comfortable with it. Yeah. I think when it's different though, like when you're in that type of situation, like a hired gun type situation.
Yeah.
It's every band is different. Like some will want. I haven't seen the messages come up now. Every band is different. Like there's some that want you to really play it exactly like the record, or there's moments where it has to be exactly like the record, and then there's also moments where it's different every night and you're improvising. So those are things you kind of hone in as the tour goes along, or the more
figure it out as you go, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I like that. Yeah, the note for note, almost like night after night. I don't think I could do that myself as a player, and I give so much credit to those that can. Like I remember. When we're in our original band, the other guitar player, Andrew, played the same solo to every song, every night, note for note, which was great. Whereas I'm strictly a rhythm player, and I'm not even playing the songs the same every night, let alone a lead part or something. And worked okay in a dynamic that we had, but there's no way I could do like what you do and fill in, unless it's very much a loose band in that respect,
Right.
Yeah, let alone.
No, I understand, man. Yeah, I think everybody's a little bit different in that regard. For me, I think like I don't know. There's something about like touring where like I like to know where I'm starting and where I'm ending.
Sure.
Generally, you know, I think that's like a good kind of in between where it's like, all right, how you get there it's night by night changes, but having like a point of destination is good, I think, especially like on some bigger stages where you don't want to fall flat on your face, which I've definitely done occasionally. But yeah, that's a good trick, I think, or that's what I tell people. It's like if you know where you're going, it's a good place to start,
right?
That
is true. And Bo was saying in the chat at the Citizen Zero show, he got to know your singer's mom. I don't know how
there you go.
That message exactly.
That's cool. I hadn't seen her in years. I got to know that's cool. Yep, it was a big family affair, man. My dad was there. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go to the machine shop, you'll find Bo. He's usually the guy with the reserved tables close to the front.
Yeah, they're reserving the whole front row of tables now for him for any show.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
It's like, how many palms are you greasing when you show up? Just like all of them. I was like, I like your style. And he is opening a venue at some point himself.
Does he live in Flint, or where does he live?
He's just outside of Brighton.
Brighton. Okay.
But I can't remember where he said that it was an old VFW hall that he's taking over, and he's just in the process of looking at liquor licenses right now. But
that's cool.
He's hoping he's going to be working with guys at the machine shop as well to coordinate for bands going through and stuff. So you'll probably be getting a phone call.
That's amazing. No, right. That's great. I think that's really cool. Like, I grew up playing all the little independent venues like that, so right. That's awesome. This area needs more of those.
Well, and the machine shop gets,
they do
some pretty big names coming through. There's, George Lee of recent history, I recall, has gone through there a couple times.
Oh yeah, they've had a lot of big artists in there, man.
Right.
Especially ones that end up like just blowing up later, like they'll get artists on their first tour or second tour,
sure.
And then the next year they're playing arenas and stuff like that. So
exactly,
a lot of history.
Yeah.
Holly has a question here that I like. What's something about touring that fans probably don't realize is really challenging, no matter the band?
That's an interesting question.
I've got one word for that answer myself.
What's your answer? Let's hear that first.
Laundry.
Laundry, yes.
That changes a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, laundry is a pain. Until touring, I'd never appreciated having my own washer and dryer until I started touring. That has just been. You get home and it's like so relaxing to be able to do laundry at your place or wherever. That's a big thing. Like trying to find a washer and dryer on the road is always a pain. Some venues have them, like. The bigger venues have so you can do them during the day, which is nice.
Right. That's one thing. If you play hockey arenas, right? They all have washers and dryers for all the hockey uniforms and stuff. Quite often
for the hockey, and they're
huge. You really want to mix your stuff in with?
Well, I've been around hockey teams and I've been around bands and vans, so
I guess.
Yeah, how different is it?
Mung is Mung.
Mung is that's funny.
I always had on my rider socks and underwear.
Yeah,
we always had clean T-shirts from merch, and a pair of jeans will go longer as long as they don't stand up on their own. But fresh socks and underwear, like boom.
Yeah, you got to make sure you bring enough of that. Nope. Yep, got to have enough of that. No, I think that is laundry is definitely a big thing. Other challenges, I don't know. I like spending a lot of time like by myself, so sometimes depending on where or your touring situation, it's hard to find alone time. Sleeping on the bus, you got to get used to that. That's not easy at first. For my trick is like I try to fall asleep before it starts moving. That's one thing. I don't know. I love touring, man. I can't really complain that much. But yeah, you just have to get your routine down. I think that's my best. That's my best advice. Like just get your routine and kind of stick to it. And once you find that, it's fun, man. You're traveling around playing guitar. It could be better.
Yeah, get to see the world. All the cool people.
Oh yeah.
Stephen Douglas says, "I'll see you at the Oceans Calling Festival in Ocean City, Maryland. It's such a fun weekend."
Excellent.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I just saw that got announced. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a really cool festival. There's a lot of good bands on that show.
A bunch of people tuning in here.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of people in the chat. This is cool.
It's very active. Yeah, Rob Blackmore, Michael Cross, Randy Crooks, Tom Lind just joined in recently. Nice. And I saw Bo said he used to rinse out his stuff in the sink. Well, there you go.
That does work. Sometimes you have to do that. Yeah.
In a pinch, better than nothing.
And Bo has the best questions now. He's putting together this venue. He's like, so what amps do you recommend to play in front of 1,000 people? I'm like, yeah, that's a very specific question, Bo.
That'd be cool if they have their own backline. You should put something together.
Well, they should. The man, all right, as an aside, the man has all the gear, like literally all the gear. He has been gigging. Well, he started gigging in the 70s.
Yeah.
And he's never sold a piece of gear, Sammy. The man has never sold a piece of gear.
That's pretty good, man.
Stolen because gigging in Detroit, but he's never sold it. I think he's over 130 guitars.
Right.
Oh wow.
Right? 2 or 3 dozen amps.
And they're nice guitars too. He doesn't buy
16 or so 412 cabs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. 16 412s is pretty good, man. I'd love that. One day, that's like goals. Yeah, right? One day.
Yeah, the
dry my hair. Hang on a second.
Right.
That's awesome.
The first time I got to look eye level at an amp head dialing in at a gig. And it was just like literally somebody else left there because I played with a half stack. But I said to the guy, I'm like, do you want to just leave your cab on stage and I'll put mine on top and then we can both get through a full stack, even though it's not hooked up, but it just looks cool. He's like, I like that idea. I was like,
That's awesome.
And then just, dialing in at eye levels. I'm like, oh, this is so cool.
It's pretty nice, right? Yeah. When we were rehearsing for the Citizen Zero show you guys were talking about, I borrowed gear from I have a close friend here that's like has an amazing collection of like vintage gear and new stuff, but I wanted like a backup. I needed a backup head for the show. And he has like the matching rig that I play. So I was over there. I'm like, man, do you mind if I take the cabinet too? Like that might be cool, you know? So, we were rehearsing in my basement. In my place, I have like a little rehearsal spot downstairs. But I didn't tell anybody that I had 2 cabs, and the guys walked down the stairs and like, oh my God, because I had it in a full stack in my basement, you know? There's like, no, you can't. I'm like, I'm doing it. So at the show, I did 2 half stacks, but that was killer, man. That's a game changer, having 2 cabs.
It's just so full sounding.
Oh man, killer. Yeah, just the width of it. But yeah, I don't love having it right at your head. Like I like having it on the floor.
Especially that top cab that's got angled specifically at your face.
Right. Yeah, I like having it because I play pretty loud, so yeah, I like having it on the floor. But the 2 half stack thing is kick ass.
Pants shaking volume, as I call it.
Yeah, I call it neighbor bothering pain volume.
That too.
Yeah.
Also good for pest control. When I hear the critters running around outside, I'll crank up to Marshall, give her a little diamond there, and jump. You know, the raccoons are long gone into the neighbor's yard.
What's up, dude? Good to see you.
Man, you guys do have a lot of people in the chat right now. It's cool.
We do. Yeah, not too shabby. Good to see everybody here. Yeah, hit the like if you haven't. Some people have been mentioning. If we get over 30 likes, then YouTube starts promoting it, folks. I algorithm stuff up. It's just I've noticed things over the years.
Yeah. How long have you been doing this show, Ben? You've been doing this for what? You started before COVID, right?
2018.
2018. Yeah, I remember talking to you during COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you remember where we first met?
Wasn't it at it was in Toronto, right? At that trade show, or was it at NAMM?
NAMM.
It was at NAMM.
NAMM previous to that, and then Toronto was the second time.
I'm bummed that music store closed. What was the name of it? I'm sorry.
Cosmo.
Cosmo. Yeah, they're completely.
That event rocked, and then COVID happened, was amazing. And then they brought the event back, but it was a shadow, like a third the amount of vendors. And instead of because remember they had like a whole music fest going on outside.
Yeah.
Instead of having all these awesome bands, they had tribute acts.
No, bummer.
Which is okay, but it's not the same as the real acts. Like
that first year, the bands were
we were hanging out. They had Richie Kotzen playing a day set.
Yeah, I remember Geddy Lee was there.
Yep.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.
Dave Grohl was just there hanging out, driving Geddy around.
Was he driving Geddy Lee around?
And then Alex Lifeson wanted to come hang out with Geddy, so Dave Grohl volunteered to go and get him. But literally, that store was at the northeast end of town, and Alex lives in the southeast corner of the city, so it's not easy. And I'm like, nobody volunteers to drive across Toronto.
Perfect.
The traffic is nuts. I love Toronto, but yeah, the traffic is crazy.
Traffic is nuts.
Man, yeah, that was an amazing day. It was just one day, right? Or was it 2?
Yeah, it was just one day.
Just one day. Yeah, but there was a lot of people there.
A lot of people.
But yeah, I liked how it was like a festival as well as a music thing. That was like pretty unique. I thought
Zach Thong in the chat. He was there that day as well.
Nice. What's up, Zach? Yeah, that was fun.
And then Billy Bloney drove up from Cleveland for the last one when they brought it back, and it's like,
I heard the American
like, I know, dude. I'm like, you drove like.
Was that the Bryan Adams cover band one?
Yeah, the Bryan Adams tribute band was pretty good though, because being in Canada where they automatically play 30% Canadian music, so you're forced to listen to Bryan Adams growing up. But like Billy and I were standing there talking, and it's like a good hour into the set, and he just looks at me. He's like, "Wow, Bryan has a really deep catalog." Eh? I'm like, "I know, right?" Because it was just like hit.
I'm a huge fan of his. Yeah, I go see a Bryan Adams tribute. Yeah, there's so many amazing songs. It's just he's incredible.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, he did the rocking tunes. He could do the ballads. Come on.
Oh yeah, what a career, man.
I watched a little YouTube thing came up the other day about the Little Mountain Sound studio.
Yes.
Is that where he did? That's where he recorded originally, or?
And back in the day, that was all jingles. They were doing radio ads and TV ads, and you got all the local people that ended up being in bands and musicians doing these jingles for car dealers and shit. It was crazy.
It's crazy, man. Where is he from originally? Is he from Toronto?
Vancouver.
Vancouver. Oh, Vancouver. Cool.
Born in Kingston down the road here. But
yeah, I've been to Kingston.
But spent a bunch of time in Vancouver because his dad worked for the military.
Got it. Okay.
Or diplomatic thing, something I can't remember exactly, but yeah. And Bryan still has a studio in Vancouver.
One of the best in the city.
One of the best.
He runs a studio or owns one?
Yeah, owns one. Yeah.
Oh, cool, man.
I think Slayer came up here right now.
He's touring later this year, and he'll be playing the same venue in Oshawa that you're playing.
No, cool. Nice. Yeah, I'd love to see him live. Yeah, I've never gotten the chance, but yeah, I'm a big fan of his. One of the first songs I ever learned on guitar was Summer '69. I remember really practicing that. Yeah. But yeah, he's a great songwriter, man.
Mm-hmm.
One of his finest.
My sister says Keith Scott's tone is fire.
Yeah,
right? I'm like, it's not easy to play a Strat through a Marshall. That's a delicate balance, I think.
It's a great sound though, man. Jeff Beck.
But it is.
You know?
Yeah. Those who can wield it well. Others, not too much. I'm looking at you, Ingwe. Hell of a lot of talent. Terrible tone. Terrible tone.
I'm staying out there.
You don't dime the mids on a Strat into a Marshall. That's not something you do. I need to cut through the mix. You're playing in a trio. You are the mix.
Yeah, he plays loud for sure. Even now. Very loud.
I'll be louder now because he's mostly deaf.
What's up, Devora? Welcome.
Probably.
Hey. Cheers.
So does Brian? Where does Bryan Adams live now? Is he still in Vancouver, or do you know?
He's been living mainly London since.
Yeah, wasn't he in the
London.
UK, right?
Yeah, because there's the whole big
Princess
Canadian
Diana
content debacle over the Juno Awards, which is like the Canadian Grammys. Like he didn't win Song of the Year because it wasn't Canadian enough. It was the year that he had like the Robin Hood soundtrack, which was literally everywhere. And I'm like, how is that not Song of the Year? It's Song of the Year for every awards, every other country. They're like, it's not Canadian enough to qualify as Canadian content. I was like,
so they kind of snubbed him. And
yeah, it's because he wrote it while he was living in England and recorded it. But to be Canadian content, it has to be like performed by a Canadian and or written by a Canadian and or recorded in Canada, at least 2 out of 3.
Interesting. So now he lives in London.
Right.
So
he has a studio here, and his agent, Bruce Allen,
okay, got it,
is based out of Vancouver. He pops on the radio show once in a while in the morning drive.
That's cool.
Legend.
You guys have any recommendations for Vancouver where to check out? I'm going to be there for like a week.
Hey, dude, you give me a call. I'll give you one. You can give me a call. And tell me.
You know where to
Where's
go.
the best pizza? Where are you based at?
Trev knows it all because Trev works around the city all day, every day.
I fix coffee machines, so I'm all over the place.
Oh, cool.
Hotel.
He also knows a hell of a guitar shop in town too. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, what's the spot? What's the spot you like? Or what's it called?
West Coast Guitars. They're one of the few mom and pop shops that are left.
Okay.
And they're the ones that he does a lot of the custom shop Gibson stuff, the Shure stuff, the Friedman. If you want to buy Friedman amp, you go see Glenn down at West Coast Guitars.
Nice, man. Cool. Yeah, I hope we get to check it out. That sounds
you
cool.
should definitely pop in there at least on one day when you're not seeking your solitude. You want to go out and explore a little, maybe, or something.
That sounds great. Yeah, I've always been on tour through Vancouver, so you're only there a day or two. But with this tour coming up, I'm going to be there for like a week. We're rehearsing there, so yeah, I'm looking forward to actually spending some time exploring.
I'd be happy to give you virtual tour guide or in person or whatever.
Awesome. Yeah, we should do it, man. It sounds cool.
I agree.
Sounds great. It
Honestly,
looks like
Rob
we have some more. We have some more questions in here, I think.
Says, yeah, first tour date for Wake Up the Neighbors was here in Sydney, Nova Scotia, Cape Breton. That's right, because for a Canadian tour, you literally started right at the edge. Except he didn't go all the way to Newfoundland. I get it. Who wants to ride a ferry for the better part of a day?
That's yeah, right. Well,
in the North Atlantic.
Vancouver Island, it's a little different than going to.
Right.
Trev the Travel Wizard. It's a new
Vancouver Island is beautiful, especially going from where the route you're taking. A bit of it's like the open ocean, well, inlet, but then you're going to hit a place where there's the Gulf Islands.
Okay.
It's super sweet in there. You can actually go and just buy an island and have your house, but talk about isolation. You're pretty much relying on Starlink for any kind of outside.
We literally refer to Vancouver
Really?
as God's country.
Yeah.
The rest of Canada.
I've been pretty far north. I've been to like Fort McMurray, I think is the farthest.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I have not
played
been
there.
that far north.
And the
That
farthest
might as well
east
be
I've
allowed.
done. Yeah, that's there's not much up there. I saw a bear outside the venue. It was kind of nuts. But the farthest east I've been to, I think, is I've been to Halifax a couple times, which is beautiful. I love Halifax.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great time of
Never,
year,
never do never farther than that. Having to take a ferry.
Yeah.
We got a couple questions here. Let me just scroll back. Somebody had asked, "What's the rig you're using for Goo Goo Dolls?" There it is, Stephen Douglas.
I'm building a rig right now, actually.
Working on it.
Yeah,
Working
working
hard.
on it. Dave's building a rig. Dave Friedman's building a rig out, and he's
Can't
actually
beat
building a
that.
rig
You know
for.
it's gonna be good.
So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And actually, the singer from the Goo Goo Dolls, John Resnick's switching to Friedman amps too, which is kind of cool. So
Right.
Dave's doing a bunch of work, but we're not gonna have it until after the Canadian tour, which is a bummer. But so for Canada, I'm actually using a Fractal for the first time.
Okay.
But it sounds good. It sounds great, you know. But
Familiar.
I've always been a real amp guy, so
Yeah, I was like,
I'm looking forward to having my own
I'm
stuff.
judging you a little bit, Sammy. But
Well,
I know.
it's okay.
If anybody's proved that the Fractal will work, it's Metallica.
That's what they've used them forever. Yeah,
If you say so, Trev.
yeah.
Have you
they've used
seen
them forever.
Metallica lately, Ben? I mean,
Yeah.
they never disappoint. They're showing
No,
shit. They got the tower TVs and the spinning stages.
I just like the remote wahs around the round stage. Like, regardless of what you think of Kurt Hammond and his use of a wah, I like the fact he's got a wireless wah like stationed around several spots on the stage.
Yeah.
Same way, like they have mics set up for each of them and stuff like that. I'm saying, perfect. I dig that.
It is pretty cool. At some point that is pretty sick, especially for Kurt. You know,
Yeah.
like come on, Kurt. Yeah, it's just amazing.
Stephen Douglas disagrees with you, Trev.
I'm not a direct guy. Like I got in trouble like I don't know, maybe like over a year ago now, but I went and saw this like amazing guitar player in Detroit. I don't want to say the name, but he was using Fractals, and me and my buddy were there, and it was a club, like a decent sized club, and we're like, man, he's playing amazing, but it just sounds awful, you know. And like everywhere in the club, it just wasn't. We didn't even stay for the whole thing, but afterwards, like I posted something like, "Man, you got to use an amp. It's just not the same." And like I just got so much heat for it online. Like I didn't even really like think about it. You know, the next day I woke up and there was like, 300 comments. Yeah, it got shared all this stuff. So I deleted it. I'm like, I don't want to get in this fight, but I think I'm right. You know, I retracted it, but I'm right. You know.
No, you are right.
Yeah, I'm an
And he
amp
would
guy
have,
all the
and
way.
as well as he played, he would have played better if he sounded better.
It does what
As
it's-
as well
yeah.
as I do. If you think your tone is on point that night, you're going to play with more confidence every single time.
I agree.
Whereas
Yeah, I
if you
agree.
think your tone is off, you're constantly thinking about that. And getting
Yeah, it makes you play differently for sure. I mean, and granted, I mean, there are situations where it's like you have to go direct, and it's, there's,
Mhm.
yeah, okay, I get it, the convenience, but I don't know. But when you're playing especially a place like I don't know, like a 1,000 cap place where you can actually really hear what's coming off the stage, like
Right.
if you don't have the volume coming off the stage, mainly it's stage volume, it just never really totally sounds right to me.
I hear that. I mean, the OG sound in my head, the one that I'm chasing, goes back to a Les Paul into a Marshall turned up really loud in an arena.
Yeah.
That to me is like that's what I'm chasing.
Yeah, me too. I've always been like I'm an amp guy on stage.
Now, with that said,
for sure.
I may have to adjust that to Ben's Explorer because that thing I want to hear that plugged into my Marshall time, please. But in any case, I digress. A nice Gibson.
Yeah, I blame you for that too, Trev. Thanks. Yeah.
Well, you're
We
welcome.
started hanging out a few years
I
ago.
probably- can be blamed for the V as well, Ben. But that's
actually you can. So it was one of these deals. He was getting into playing guitar, and he's like, "Can I pick your brains?" So we'd hang out off air a bit and shoot riffs back and forth. And as a result, he was inspiring me to play more because I wasn't playing a whole lot at the time.
What about this song? What about that?
What about this song? What about And it was all stuff. It was like stuff you learned back in high school. You're like, man, I haven't like. We went down a deep road with Hendrix one night.
I used to know that.
And he's like, "Did you know you know 9 Hendrix songs?" I'm like, "I haven't played 9 Hendrix songs in 30 plus years." But
that's awesome.
Walked away, and then he kept telling, "You need to explore. You need to explore. You need to explore." So,
and I blame James Hetfield for that.
I love Explorers, bro. They sound great. I have one too. They sound amazing.
It was weird because I always thought it's kind of a bucket list thing, but it's kind of way down because I'm like, rock stars play Explorers, like it's not a home use guitar per se.
Oh, it can be.
Razzmanazz in it,
and it's still Trev knows for 6 months. I'm just like, I can't believe I own an Explorer. And then,
what do you have? Like a standard or what?
It's a 2016 70s reissue. Gold
cool.
hardware, natural finish.
Natural. The natural ones look so cool, man. Yeah. That reminds me of the Edge.
What's it, the 498?
Exactly. Yeah, it's the exact same as the Edge's guitar. Basically.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
that's sick. I have a red
white,
one.
Super small neck, and then literally, what was it? Week and a half, 2 weeks ago, Trev, I snagged a Gibby V with the same neck.
Oh, that recently, nice.
Yeah, literally
cool.
Just came home with the end of
cool,
last
but in a different way. It's not the same. But
it's not cool. The same at all. Like sonically, quite different, but the neck is the exact same, and 6.8 pounds. Oof.
That was pretty light. Cool, man. I've always wanted a V.
Yeah. And I've never holding a V as I do an Explorer, and I love it.
That's cool.
But in between, I bought Gretsch's too, so it's literally Gretsch's and then Gibson's.
Oh, you played Gretsch's too? Nice. That's cool. I just met Mike Tempesta pretty recently. He runs he does the Jackson and Charvel like R&D works with artists, but he does Gretsch as well. So we were talking about Gretsch's for a little bit. That's cool. I want a white Falcon, man. They're so cool.
Like everyone should have a white Falcon. And there's something about a Gretsch in the middle position.
Yeah, that's its own sound.
The closest I could get to that is maybe an ES335. I don't know.
I'm in the market for a 335. It never ends, man. It just never ends.
My sister says I don't usually get excited watching acts play New Year's Rockin' Eve, but when I do, Sammy's playing with them.
Thank you, Amanda. That was cool. It was funny, man. Like that. I obviously in the States. I'm assuming you guys were grew up with that too. The Rockin' Eve in New York. Yeah. That was like a huge thing, and it's funny because a lot of those, all the people playing in Times Square, the artists are live. But if they ever cut away to like we were in Vegas, right? It's pre-taped.
Okay.
So it was just bizarre. I watched it live it was just bizarre, but it was a cool thing. It was really fun.
Somebody was Arf was asking, what guitars are you using on this tour?
I just got a bunch of Friedman guitars from Dave, so I'm playing a lot of Friedman Tellys. I've got 2 Friedman Tellys, and then I have a Friedman Strat that I'm using. Nice. And then I have a couple of my guitars out there too, or ones that I owned just from childhood. I have a Gold Top Les Paul. And then on Iris, I played one of the first nice guitar I ever got. My parents got me a 61 reissue SG. So I set that up to play slide, and that's the guitar I use on Iris. So
you'll be doing the Tim Pierce parts.
That's it. Yep. Yeah. It's
pretty. How'd I know, Trev?
Easy peasy.
I expect Johnny to play the Johnny parts.
The one I'm curious about,
it's still Johnny
that I've seen Sammy holstering in recent history is your Les Paul with the wiggle stick, the Floyd.
I took that.
That's kind of a dream of mine. One day maybe I can.
You can find those, man. If you find a good deal on one, snatch
finding
it up,
a good one. But finding a good Les Paul is one thing. Finding a good Les Paul with a Floyd Rose on it is a whole other.
Man, there was one. I was on tour last year in Canada in Thunder Bay, and there's this little shop in Thunder Bay that had a white Les Paul custom with a Taylor on it, but it was like an '80s. Dude, it's played perfect, and it sounded so good. and I was this close to doing. I almost bought it, and it's like haunted me. I'm sure you guys all have those where you didn't.
Oh
do
yeah,
it,
that's
and-
OG. Like if it's got a Kaler on it, like that's not
But
a
it
recent
played in
introduction.
tune. It was great. Yeah, it was perfect. And it just looked so cool. It was like white with gold, like Randy Rhoads, but it had a Floyd.
Mhm.
It was so cool.
I know a
So-
fellow with a white Les Paul.
Do you? You got one, Ben, or one?
Cheers, Matt.
No, not me. Matt McCullum in the chat actually has
He
a
just
white
put new
Les
strings
Paul
on it last
standard.
night. He was hanging out.
The rarest of rare guitars, a white Les Paul standard.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess you don't really see those.
You
Huh?
always
They're
see
always
custom.
custom. Custom, yeah.
Like other than Waddy Wachell is the only white standard I could ever think of, and even then, that's a refin.
Interesting. Wow, I've never really thought about that. Some in the '90s there were a lot of black Les Paul standards, but not white. Interesting.
I like the black customs.
Black customs are cool.
The Vader. Dun, 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 dun.
There's a good question. Steven's asking. So, how did you get the gig with Goo Goo Dolls?
They went to Dave Friedman for a recommendation, and I got recommended through him. So
What a fabulous guy.
he's helped me. Dave has helped me so much. Just
So many people.
Yeah, he's helped me so much even before this. You know, like he's just been such a.
That's how
we're great.
That's how we met. Was through
That's
Dave.
how- yeah.
You were at the NAMM booth as a Friedman artist.
Yeah. At first, I mean, we're from the same part of Detroit.
Right.
So we met through. There's like an amazing guitar store in Detroit. I'm sure your friend knows it. It's called Motor City Guitar.
Both referenced Marty twice in the chat already.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, he was asking if you had any guitars put away currently over there.
I probably should. Marty has.
He has several on
Does
layaway
he?
with Marty.
I need to get over that. I don't think I'm going to get over there before going out of town here, but I need to. I met Dave through the owner of that store was Dave Friedman's best friend growing up. And when I was a kid, I used to go in there, you know, like my dad would take me in there.
Sure.
That's how I met Marty. And actually the first time I ever played guitar live, the store used to have a thing called the Shred Fest every year where they'd have people play in front of the store. It was like a little music festival thing.
Right.
And that's the first time I ever played guitar in front of an audience was at the store. Like he had me go up and do a couple songs with somebody. So anyway, yeah, fast forward a few years, he introduced me to Dave when he was in town. And yeah, we just became friends. And then, yeah, Dave has been the best. Like we started doing like guitar clinics, traveling around and doing the NAMM shows and trade shows and stuff. So yeah, he's just been just an amazing friend over the
you up
years.
to Toronto for that event,
Which was great. I loved it. It was fun. Yeah, we drove for that. We drove from Detroit for that.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, it was fun. But yeah, long story short, the Goo Goo Dolls were on tour, and their guitar player got injured. He had like some nerve stuff going on his shoulder, and had to quit. Actually, the Toronto show was the last show he played on the tour. So David told me, he said, "Hey, I recommended you to them, so just letting you know." But in the music biz, like every time like something comes up like that, it's like it might happen, it never does. So like I didn't get my hopes up, you know.
Sure.
But I was like, man, thanks, that's amazing. But yeah, sure as shit, they called me, and it was unbelievable, man. It was like life changing for sure. The hardest part was that Toronto show was Sunday, and then they texted me that night, saying, "Hey, we might need you. I'm gonna call you tomorrow." So I said, okay. So like they sent me just a YouTube video of the set, you know. So once again I still had the thing going, well, there's no way this is gonna happen, you know.
Right.
So I started learning it during the next day, you know, but I you know, they didn't call me right away, so I was like, I don't know if this is gonna happen. And then the manager called me at like 6 p.m. on Monday saying, hey, you got to get on the plane tomorrow. So I said, oh, okay, well, when's the first show? He goes, it's tomorrow. So I was like, oh, no. You know, it was the nightmare. Yeah, it was crazy. So really stressful, extremely stressful.
So you're the troubleshooter. You're the guy they send in when people are in trouble.
Exactly, yeah.
The fixer.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, the only way I can describe it is just extreme stress. So like I had to stay up all night putting it together, you know.
But you've done it. You did it. And good on you.
Yeah, it was just I like being prepared, you know. So the first show, I mean, there was just no way to learn all of it, you know, in that amount of time. It was just impossible. But I did the best I could, you know, and it went fine. Fine enough to keep going. You know, they didn't can me, which was good. And yeah, it was just incredible, man. It was just an
Awesome.
amazing experience, the whole thing. Just having it happen so fast. I mean, one day I was planning on taking that summer off touring. Like I had kind of just like gotten out of a couple things I was doing and like trying to get, kind of like have a reset at home.
Sure.
Like I had just moved to the place I'm in now, and yeah, that happened out of the blue. So I'm really thankful. I mean,
You got the universe gives you clues sometimes as
Yep.
to
Oh,
what
yeah.
that should be, right? And you just got to kind of let the universe guide you.
Oh, big time, man. Yeah, and you just
I'm
kind
a
of
big fan of Steve Vai, who's also reverts to a
amazing.
lot of the Frank Zappa isms.
Sure.
Yeah. Steve's a great guy to listen to about stuff like that. He's just
Philosophy and just a look on life. I'm a part of his Patreon, and he has a hang on the Zoom a couple times a year.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
And the
I'd be
music
interested
stuff
in
is cool, but the best part is when he's answering personal questions from kids.
I agree, man.
Growing up with questions and stuff, and just his general philosophy and look on life.
Yeah,
But
I've always go ahead, sorry.
Him and Joe doing their thing is so awesome for the time. I mean, it's one of those things that back in 1988, if I could write a story, that would be a good one. How about 40 years from now, Steve and Joe get together and do a thing and bring on Pete Thorne, and
it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. Think about that. Yeah, like Steve or Joe giving Steve lessons when they were kids. Right. Fast forward 40 years. Yeah.
The fact that neither one of them made it anywhere, because we know the amount of guitar players that don't make it that have all the talent in the world.
Right.
The fact that both of them made it in many ways.
Yeah, and created like a whole genre of music, pretty much,
or
a huge part of it,
My sister asks, is this living the dream, or do you have a different end goal? Super happy to see you doing so well and staying humble about it.
Thank you, Amanda. No, it's definitely a dream come true. Yeah. I feel it's surreal. I mean, when I first started doing those shows, I mean, it was like completely surreal. But now that I've been doing it like 6 months or 7 months, like it's still really fresh. But I feel so lucky, man, because I've loved the Goo Goo Dolls music for a long time. So the feeling of like looking over and then it's actually him singing and then playing, it's just bizarre,
Right.
Yeah,
you gotta rise to the occasion, man, and just fucking own it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm telling you,
thanks, man. Good. Yeah, it's you just have to like kind of live in it. And one thing I try to do is say to myself, like, if this isn't nice, I don't know what is. It's like you got to really appreciate it when things are going well.
What else would you be doing?
Because in the music industry, man, it's like when things are going great, they're going great, and when they're not, they're really not. It's like highs are high, lows are lows. The cliche, but it's really true.
It's so true.
So when you finally do catch a break and things are going your way, like I really try to just appreciate it and enjoy it as much as I can.
That's cool. Yeah, gotta stop and smell the flowers, man.
Yeah,
that's Shakespeare.
Yeah. Want to welcome in. We got John tuning in from down under. Trev.
Down under. John. 351.
It's Labor Day Monday where he is. Okay, that's cool. And nice. Braxel says he's looking forward to checking you guys out in Dallas.
Oh, nice.
Right
yeah, that's coming up. Nice, man.
Ooh. Billy Baloney asks, here we go, put up on the screen. If you had the choice, would you rather be in one successful band or continue being a sideman?
That's a good question. I feel lucky, man, because with this, like, I'm able to do my music as well in addition to it, And the style of music, like, I've been doing instrumental stuff since I met you, Ben. Like, that's around the time when I started, like, recording a lot of instrumental music.
Right.
And they're like the Goo Goo Dolls are super supportive of that, So it's kind of like allowed me to be able to tour with them, and when I'm not doing that, record and play my own stuff.
Well, John did say that he's going to be picking your brain for lessons in the dressing room some more. So
he was joking. Yeah, of course I would if he wanted. But he's been threatening me with that, which I'd be happy to show him some stuff.
Well, I get it though, because it could be something like, I've always wanted to do this, and I know you can do it. So how do I do it? Or something like that, or.
It's fun, man. Yeah, John's an amazing musician. Like one thing I love about him is like he has completely his own style,
Yep.
And that's one thing I think is cool. And like all the alternate tunings, like he's playing lead in all those alternate tunings, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, right.
Which I love. But yeah, being around him has been pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Stephen Douglas is, I'd have to say it's better than the Satch Vi gig. There's actual females in the audience.
We were joking before. John was just on Tone Talk on Friday, and I was just joking with them. That was the most women watching Tone Talk live in history, I think. Because John was on. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But no, it's all good.
Yeah. And that's awesome that, there's, I like the idea, the variety of different kinds of music too, because it's like, some of these guys, they've been playing the same songs for decades. And it's like, oh, wow, I wonder why they play a double time as opposed to the album. Because they don't want to play that song ever again. But you can tell, like, if it's a good song and people still enjoy playing it, it sounds very, not going to be the exact same, but similar, I'll say, And a lot of the Goo Goo Dolls stuff is pretty timeless, at least in my opinion.
For sure. Yeah, and one thing I love about it, too, is what I noticed from just when I first started, I'm like, oh, my God, everybody's so happy. Like everybody in the crowd is just having so much fun, which is cool. So, hey Jeff, what's up, man?
And my sister says a lot of people bought "Dizzy Up the Girl" for the hits, but that whole album holds up still, right?
It's great. Yeah, it's an amazing album for sure. It's awesome.
Yeah, I still remember when they really broke, like Name being the first one that broke, and working in a call center that had a radio playing in the background. And also Name came on, and it being so different from what I'd heard previously with the Goo Goo Dolls. But then Johnny's voice is Johnny's voice. And I'm like, that's Johnny Resnick. That's the Goo Goo Dolls. Everyone's like, okay, calm down. I'm like, no, you don't understand. They've been working for years to get next level, which I never understood why they didn't. But
they road dogged for a long time, for sure.
They did.
And that's some of my favorite stuff, like them telling the stories of the old days. It's hilarious,
Well, I had asked a couple of questions because, John had said, recording the early albums at the studio in Buffalo. I'm like, no, you recorded about half of each of those albums at that studio because the other half is recorded over the border in Mississauga at Metalworks Studios. I remember reading the liner notes going, that's awesome. And at that time, not even realizing the studio's owned by the band Triumph, but I knew Kim Mitchell recorded there. And I was just like, that's where Kim Mitchell records. That's an awesome studio. And then
got it.
Years later, I got to record there too, and literally seeing all the albums, I'm like, "Holy crap! Everybody's recorded here."
Wow, that's cool. What is the name of the studio in Mississauga?
Metalworks.
Okay.
Yep.
I met
They do a school there as well, teaching engineering.
Oh, cool.
Recording.
Nice, man. Cool. Robbie owns a studio in Buffalo now that's pretty popular, and I cannot remember the name of it right now.
And he was saying that was like where they recorded a lot of the original stuff, or back in the day. I was like, well, some of it.
Some of it.
But then again, like Buffalo to get to the west end of Toronto is nothing. So
it's really close. Border town, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's cool. It's a small world, really.
Michael Krause, that is such a Goo Goo Dolls show has 0 guys with folded arms watching your left hand. Satch Vi, not so much.
They're both cool. It's both cool.
It is.
It's all cool, man. It's just different.
Billy asks, are you guys playing anything off, like anything pre-Hold Me Up? Or we'll see, Superstar Car Wash going back, I'll say.
I don't think before pre-Hold Me Up. We've done Long Way Down a few times, which is pretty early, which I love playing that. That's a sick song. But I think that's as early as we've gone so far. But I do like the old. I love it.
I'm waving the flag for There You Are.
Oh, that'd be cool. What was the song somebody was asking the other night to John to play, and he said, "Yeah, sure, we'll do it." I can't remember.
Oh,
I can't remember. It's all right.
I blame lifestyle choices for me. James Kohler Music in the chat. Good to see you. Welcome. Long Way Down is one of my sister's favorite songs.
Yeah, Long Way Down is sick.
They still love their cover tunes too.
They do a lot of Tom Petty. John loves Tom Petty.
Their cover Never Take Place of Your Man.
That's cool.
Still to this day, of course. Lance Diamond on vocals.
Sweet.
I'm not even sure if Lance is still alive at this point.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
That was one of the questions I had for John on Friday night. What's up with Lance Diamond? Like, what? All right, we have older fans in the chat. Yes. Awesome, GCR man. Audio is the Buffalo studio. I live on the same street, Holly says.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Awesome.
That's
Patrick
cool.
Wright's in the house. He says Lazy Eye is one of my faves.
Right on.
I like that too.
Nice.
It's awesome.
I saw Zach Thong had mentioned earlier. He says a lot of girls my age like Goo Goo Dolls, and he just turned 40. I'm like, a lot of girls my age and everyone in between like Goo Goo Dolls.
It's they have a wide range of fans, man. It's a lot of like now, like I think because of TikTok, like it's kind of opened them up to a whole new generation of people.
Sure.
You know, so like it's a wide age of people at the shows, which I think is super cool.
Mm-hmm. And thank you, Terry, throwing the links to Sammy's website and channel in here.
Thanks. Man.
Excuse me.
I was the chick in the tone. Oh, it's awesome.
That's
cool. Are you guys on every Tone Talk? You moderate the chat like every.
I do.
Show pretty
I'm
much, right?
working more often than not, but sometimes I'm more active in the chat. It just depends on who it is, too.
Got it.
Sometimes, depending on the guest, I will actually get. I don't normally say it, but I'll get a heads up from Mark. Like,
Request.
can you please be in the chat? I'm like, yes.
Moderating. Nice.
I'm not saying that some guests are more controversial than others, maybe, but there's
just to be safe.
Yeah. I'm not saying I was requested to get there for the Bob Daisley interview, but I was requested to be there for the Bob Daisley interview. And
that's cool.
There's no way in hell I'm missing a Jake E. Lee interview after the first one.
Oh,
that was legendary.
That is the bar in debauchery on YouTube, as far as I'm concerned, in the guitar community.
That was amazing. Yeah,
that was one of the first Tone Talks I moderated too. I remember
you were moderating that. Interesting.
Yeah. And talk about a fine line, because I'm like, normally people were saying things in the chat that normally would get you timed out, not necessarily banned, but timed out, like excessive behavior. But I'm like, but they're not half as bad as the people on the screen, so I really can't. So it's just like, have at it, boys.
When in Rome.
That's funny, man. Yeah, I remember watching that live. It was just epic. It's great.
Yep.
I'm trying to read some of these other comments. Back when Tone Talks were 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, they were a little. They did used to be a little bit longer, huh?
2 parts, even with the Sir one. Soldano was cool.
They've had a lot of amazing guests over the years, for sure.
Mm-hmm. We were all a little younger then.
But yeah, that started in 2018.
You know which one popped up? Ben's favorite, Bob Rock, with guest host Pete Thorne.
The Bob Rock one was good.
Throws me under the bus.
I watched the was it Gibson Icons? Bob Rock.
Your hometown boy.
What came up. But because it's local, Ben. It's part of my history here, being a fan,
Big fan of the studio. I'm just saying.
I did cook a rack of ribs for James Hetfield on Granville Island one day.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, during the recording of the Black Album, right?
92.
Really? During the Black? That's pretty amazing. Wow.
I was going to say,
Vancouver was really hot, and you had
I think the hottest night that you got to purchase, you were there at the Commodore the night that certain member of one band got their head shaved by
the Pantera show at the Commodore.
When Motley Crue was hanging out during the Dr. Feelgood recording.
It was a night that Tommy shaved his head.
You were there for that?
I was at that show.
Wow.
And I'm a big fan of the Pantera cult and the vulgar video thing. And we all saw Phil go, "Come on, Tommy, shave your head," and got him to do it and stuff, right? But on Tone Talk recently, when they had Rex Brown on, remember Rex? Right?
Of course, yeah. Rex amazing.
I sent a super chat in and said, "Hey, one of my favorite Pantera shows ever was Commodore blah 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 big time thing." So I got the ticket stamp right here, the jacket for the video.
Boom!
Wow! Holy shit!
And he's like, "Oh yeah, that was the night that we got Tommy's hair off." I was like, "Oh, that was the night. That makes sense. It was a crazy night."
That's crazy, man. That's like some real rock and roll lore stuff. That's cool. You're there for that.
If you ever get a chance to play the Commodore, don't turn it down. The Commodore is the best place to play music in Vancouver. There's 1,200 people. Got a balcony.
Okay.
It's got the little bouncy floor. It's right downtown, with the cross streets.
I gotta write that down, man. Every time I played in Vancouver, I played at the Rickshaw. Is that still open?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
let me guess, the rickshaw on the Lower East Side, the worst
Great venue,
Canada.
wrong location.
It's like the Skid Row of Vancouver. Yeah,
That, it's the Skid Row of Canada, Sammy.
Is
Literally,
it?
that's literally the worst block of the worst street in Canada.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. It's cool. The venue's nice. It's just if cities have those, you know.
Right. You don't want to have to go outside walking and try and find a piece of pizza.
Yeah. Now that I do have
a
a buddy that lives right down in the middle of that.
Really, the rest of the city's gorgeous, though, man.
He's a hardcore drummer and he enjoys living.
Commodore's great.
Yeah,
the Boat Theater's better for a smaller venue because they got the balcony too. I'm a big fan of the balconies.
The balconies are cool. What's up, Dwight?
Sweet.
But the Abbotsford Arena, where you guys are playing here, is great. It's not huge hockey arena. It's kind of medium hockey arena.
Yeah.
Does everybody do all the if you don't live there, everybody has to take a ferry, and that's the only way to get to the island, correct? Or no?
Oh fuck no! Vancouver Island's huge.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, there's many cities.
Oh yeah,
towns.
It's bigger than
what? Okay. I'm not familiar with it.
It takes you about 6 hours to drive from top to bottom, and it's probably at its fattest point 3 hours across.
Oh, okay. So it's okay. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Okay, that's cool.
Beautiful land, though. Yes,
I can imagine.
Yeah, no, you're gonna like the ferry ride, and being downtown Victoria is great. It's got the nostalgic feel to it. It's a very British taste to it, of course.
It's cool.
Quiet. You can go for high tea down at the hotel.
Ben's going, meh.
You don't like your sandwiches with the crust cut off, Ben?
I don't mind. It's just high tea is a bit pretentious. First of all, you got to wear a shirt with a collar.
I mean, the whole concept. That's what it is.
They don't like jeans. I mean, I don't know how they'll feel about leather pants.
Jeans. I do. That's what I wear.
That's awesome.
Bo's bragging about playing at Harpo's back in the day.
Harpo's is legendary too.
Well, yeah, because he used to do a lot of shows with Seduce back in the day. So.
Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, they played there all the time. Harpo's just got bought out and redone a few years ago, so there's a whole new system in there and all that. But that's a similar situation to the Rickshaw.
Right.
Like the area around it.
Great club in the wrong location.
It's dangerous, yeah. But there's that. So many people have played. A lot of metal bands have gone through there, man. There's a Black Label Society concert that was filmed there. And I forget the name of it, but they actually drank the place dry. And that's recorded. I'm pretty sure the whole show's on YouTube, but it definitely was like a DVD back in the day. But yeah, Harpo's is legendary, man. It's also got the tallest stage for a place like that. It's like, if that's what everybody kind of jokes about it. The stage is I don't know, it's bizarre looking kind of, but it's cool. Famous.
Awesome.
What's up, way up, dude? Cut your hair. No. Nah, never.
It's not happening.
That's the way Dave says, I know Mark and Dave from Seduce. Oh, there you are.
Nice. Yeah, Dave, they're both great guys. Mark lives in Nashville now, but Dave still lives in Detroit. Yeah, Dave's awesome. Dave and I have the same birthday.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
cool.
So we've hung out on our birthday before. Yeah, it's fun. Dave, what an amazing guitar player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible.
That's right. Yeah, Zach's hometown is Oshawa, the Tribute Community Center, which is where the junior hockey rink holds about 12,000 for hockey. And then
cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've always loved playing in Canada, man. It's not only the shows and crowds are always great, but everybody's.
I knew Rob Blackmore would know, Trev.
That's it. Yeah, that's the show. Yep, it was a DVD. I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube now.
I'm not sure if there's anyone more metal than Rob Blackmore in our chat. Just saying.
Pretty metal.
He's pretty metal. Yep.
Probably has great laundry facility. You never know.
Thanks for tying it together there, Holly. Appreciate it.
She brought it home.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, I have that Black Label DVD. Yeah, it's legendary.
Mm-hmm.
That's classic stuff. For sure. I haven't been to Harpo. I opened for Seduce around the time we met, Ben, maybe 2018, 19, and that's the last time I was there. It was at Harpo's. But that was the last time I was down there. But it's cool. I mean, it still smells the same, even though they redid the whole thing. Some things you can't redo or revamp.
My sister says, "No, I want to go to the Oshawa show." We'll figure something out, sis. Don't worry. Scott can be the DD.
There you go.
Because she lives half an hour the other side of me, so she can pick me up on the way.
Oh, perfect.
She's like, done. Appreciate that. Yeah.
We'll work that out.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
We're going to go a little while longer here, folks. We're going to go to the bottom of the hour. This has been awesome. And we're definitely not going to wait as long till the next time we do this.
I was good. It was good to hear from you.
There he is, the legend of Portland himself, RJ.
Oh, RJ, nice. What's up, man?
Thanks, you. Sorry I missed your live yesterday. I was asleep.
Dope.
Yep.
Man, we should get RJ on here. I haven't talked to you in a while, man. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. I don't know. Last time RJ and I have done a hang. It's probably been at least 6 months.
No, longer than that. Closer to 12, I'll bet.
It's a great guitar player, man.
Yeah, RJ.
I enjoy his demos because RJ has a similar attack to me. So I have a better understanding what the pedal's going to sound like and react.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
yeah, RJ's an amazing player.
Yeah, and RJ's going out on tour this year, I do believe. He's got the new album.
Who are you playing with now? Or who's RJ playing with now?
Transatlantic Radio.
Okay, cool.
The most 80s band ever. Like,
that's cool, man. Nice.
Like, I believe one reviewer said recently, it's like Def Leppard, but cooler.
But cooler, nice. That's cool.
I'm not sure how that means, but... And hello to Michael.
Oh, Mike's in the chat. Nice. Mike's awesome.
Nice.
Welcome. I gave Mike a few lessons last year, and then, I just saw him in Florida when we were playing down there. It's good to see you, man. Thanks for hopping on.
Something I have to invest in at some point, some lessons.
Don't we all, man? It's cool now because you can, with Zoom, it's easier than ever to,
right?
Even like 1 or 2 lessons with somebody you really, enjoy their playing can go a long way.
Yeah, a couple of
cool. I wish that
I want to research on and figure out, and, even at this point in time.
Oh, yeah. It never ends.
Right. Part of that double-edged sword of the social media, right? Now you can reach out and actually send the people you admire a message.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
people who abuse that, so these people don't pay much attention to what the hell is going on.
Nah, it depends. Yeah, it depends. I don't know.
How's your social media experience? I mean, you still think it's a positive thing?
Well, so it's a pretty broad question.
We're getting existential here.
It's a double-edged sword for sure. It's a huge part of being a musician now, for better or worse. So I have to be on it more than I really care to. But I don't know.
You got to be able to wait.
It's not going away. So you got
to be able to wade through some crap and just like be able to knock the nonsense aside, but find the little gems that are out there.
Oh, for sure. I feel lucky. Like now, at least with like talking about learning guitar, like I learned guitar right before YouTube really hit, or started learning guitar, I should say. Like when I was really, when I was young and, first learning how to play, it was before YouTube. So I wasn't exposed to so much. Now there's like everywhere you click, it's somebody's unbelievable. It's just so many amazing guitar players, amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like hard to know where to start. And even with like taking lessons, like even there's so many great lesson videos and not so great ones, or it's like you can end up, how do you ever focus and actually get somewhere,
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel lucky that like I started learning right before YouTube. But I think like with anything, you just kind of have to find your own path and navigate it and find what works for you.
Trust that universe is taking you where you got to be.
Yeah. Somebody said I had Starlicks videos. That's kind of how I learned too.
Arlen Roth taught me how to play some stuff.
Do you know who taught me? Do you guys remember Kurt Mitchell? Do you know that name?
Yep.
In the style of those videos, that's how I like first started learning how to play lead guitar. Like I learned a lot from him. I don't know what he's doing now. I'm sure he's still playing.
Well, nowadays it's option paralysis, whereas
but that's
like you could buy a guitar magazine and look at the tab and or chord charts and or whatever, or the actual music. But then I remember like going to the music store that had a whole lesson, basically Mel Bay books, but I didn't want to do that. So it's like, okay, we'll bring you in, but unofficially. So you don't have to do the concert at the end of the semester, all this bull stuff. It's like, what do you want to learn? I'm like, I want to learn rock music. Okay. Ordered in AC/DC songbook. Perfect. 50 AC/DC songs. The problem is, Sammy, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this doesn't sound like TNT, because he's teaching me the music, not even looking at the chord charts above. So I'm like, wait, we're learning the vocal melody. I don't want to learn the vocal melody.
Oh, that's weird. What? Interesting.
Yeah,
it had,
had
that written out?
When he wasn't running the music store, he was a steel guitar player in a country band. So he would follow that. That's why he thought the music. I'm like, no, this is not good. What's up, Minnie's hurt?
It's funny. Howdy. Guitar for the practicing. That was a magazine, correct? For the practicing musician. Yeah, that's cool. Everybody's got a different path, and it never ends as far as like studying the instrument, and like the reasons why you play guitar change over your life,
Right.
But yeah, man, you just got to find your way.
I have to agree with him on that one, Trev, because I started at 14. So
okay.
I started when I was 16 or 18, but I gave up. And then I tried.
Did you stop playing for a while?
And then I give up, and then I try and give up. But there was always these core 3 or 4 song riffs that I learned from my buddy who knew how to play really well, perfect pitch guy or whatever. And he taught me as a parrot how to say, "Paul, you want a cracker?" Paul, you want a cracker? But it wasn't until 2020, around October, where I said, I'm going to try and learn again. And then I found this new tool, this YouTube tool. Oh, look, all this guitar stuff on YouTube. This is great.
It's amazing.
I found Beato, that led me to Pete Thorne, that led me to Ben, and
the rest is history. Yeah, it is pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing when you think about it. Like,
it is
just in a short amount of time, like how much it's changed. Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable.
RJ was asking what your home music store was in Detroit again.
Motor City Guitar. That's it.
Yep.
Michael Nielsen just did a pretty cool video on that place. If you guys need a video to check that place out.
And then he goes live. He's like, I want to move to Detroit. It's so much better there. And then he's complaining about the cold because it was like 62 in LA. I'm like,
oh, in LA,
dude,
yeah.
You couldn't handle it.
He's got a pretty cool setup. Like, he's got a nice studio in LA. It'd be hard to leave. But no, I saw. Yeah, we had fun. I saw him for a night when he was in Detroit, or like that trip he made that video with Dave. Mike's a good guy.
I'm just laughing. My knees hurt. I picked up a guitar to get laid. 40 years later, no ladies, sadness ensues.
Pretty quick synopsis there, but actually,
yeah, at least I picked up at 14 and then basically put it down. I remember there was years where, because all my guitars just sit in cases, never played, and then it'd be like you'd be over at in-laws' places on the holidays, and one of their cousins brings a guitar, so you play it for about half an hour. And then you realize the next Christmas when he brings a guitar that you haven't played guitar since the last time you played his. And I'm like, I really got to start playing it again.
Wow. Yeah, I remember playing a guitar at Christmas for my family and stuff. Yeah, wow. It brings back some memories. Interesting. It's cool. Well, everybody's got similar stories, man.
Into it and see, Bo says, I started at Fiddlers, then when they closed down, it was Bogner Sound in Flint, and then Motor City.
Oh, cool.
And I agree for love guitars. Guitar is fun.
That is fun.
It is, right?
What could be more fun?
Try and play for just 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the rule. You say, I'll play 5 minutes a day. But after 5 minutes, you don't want to put it down for at least half an hour, right?
Oh, at least.
Well, depending on what you got to do. There's no way you can just play for 5 minutes.
No shot. That's the guitar. What I tell everybody is like, the main thing with playing guitar is enjoying it for yourself. That is the most important thing with playing any instrument, playing music in general. Like, music's such an incredible art form,
Mm-hmm.
And the real reward of it is being able to sit down and play a song that you love, or play anything, a riff you love, or anything. It has nothing to do with anything else, really. Whether you do it for a career or anything like that, none of that really matters. It's like, it's really about
a smile on your face, right?
Yeah, that's it, man. Or putting a smile on somebody else's face.
Indeed.
That's really what it's all about. So,
I love it. Like certain tones inspire certain riffs or what have you. Like, because every guitar player kind of have their own tone, you know. So sitting around, because I'm a pedal platform guy, so like always stacking pedals. Also, like I'll hear a sound and you'll hit a certain chord, and you'll hear a song, and then figuring out a riff to a song that you've heard your whole life. But I wasn't planning on learning that song 2 minutes ago. But well, we're figuring out that riff, and then you're like, "Hey, I nailed this random riff from a song that only I like and nobody knows," or something. And
it's awesome. Yeah, and then it never ends. It's like it's a continuous journey, you know.
Right?
There's a John Mayer quote I really like. I don't know if you guys are fans of his or not, but he has there's some quote from him. It's been around for a while, but it's like, when I was a kid in my bedroom, I would imagine playing to 20,000 people, and now I'm playing to 20,000 people, and I'm in my bedroom, you know. And it's like that kind of sums it up pretty well, I think, because that's really what it's all about. Like, some of the most fun I ever had playing guitar in my life was when I was young, sitting on my bed, learning, you know, and like really things. Yeah, and it never ends. Like, I practice all the time, and I'm still learning. You know, I'm just like you guys. You know, it never ends. But when you first start out, like it's all just. There's so much to learn, you know, and like you can make real leaps. You can spend one night and stay up all night and really make a huge stride in your playing. The more you play, the harder that is, you know, or it takes a little longer.
The philosopher Rob Blackmore official says, "Be the sponge, embrace it, and like it." Dave Grohl said, "You do you because no one else will."
Oh, that's nice. That's true.
Yep,
that's true. Yeah, you were talking about Steve Vai earlier. There's a good lesson, or there's a good video of him talking about like kind of how to find your own voice on the guitar. Have you guys seen that? I think it's at Guitar Center. Yeah, that's pretty. That's a great video for anybody watching to check out. And maybe we can try to find it and put in the chat. But basically, what he says is everything that comes naturally to you, focus on that and try to expand on that. I think that's the best advice.
Oh yeah,
some of the best advice I've heard in music through everything.
The ability to turn off your think process and just turn on your feel process to think, this sound I'm playing leads me to this sound I want to play to. Now I'm playing that, and you've already now within a second you figured out where you want to go, and having it just build itself rather than trying to do the math and think, what is this, how's it, knowing that point A, B, C, D, and just opening your brain to go, let this sound feed the next sound and just ride it out, kind of thing.
Oh yeah. When you get in that zone, the music will always tell you where to go next. You know,
and if you get it wrong, then you're like, oops. It's like a bad lap when you're running an F1 track or something. Right.
Next lap,
I'll get it next lap.
Yeah. I had this teacher in college that used to say, like, every note you play goes on forever. And I always really like that. I like thinking about that because, I believe that. And then if I wanted to add on to it, say, and every note you play leads to the next one, you know? But yeah, you're right. You have to get out of your head, which takes a long time. You know, it's
well, that's where in
takes practice.
The mood enhancers, be it some bourbon, some rye, some whiskey, maybe a quick puff on something or this and that. I find kind of aids that, right? Where it's like, you get into this headspace but you don't want to go too far because then you get stuck.
No.
Yeah, but if you have just a couple, it kind of just takes that cognitive calculator offline.
Yeah, I don't call it liquid courage, but it can be liquid relaxation to a sense that a certain somebody may have poured me a shot of tequila because I had to play at a NAMM show and I was rather nervous about it. And he's like, short shot of tequila, and I went on and had my merry way, and I was back half an hour later, smiling away, and it was great. Because I agreed to play for a guy at his booth, not thinking, oh, fuck, now I got to play in front of people at NAMM. I don't want to play in front of people at NAMM. NAMM's full of people at
NAMM's fun. No, everybody's cool, man. I'm sure it's fun.
And I remember, I was like, all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, shit, I got to go in like 10 minutes. And it was when you and I were hanging out in the room, in the Freeman
room, yeah.
And you're like,
I miss that
on occasion, I'll do a short shot of tequila before, and it was like not quite a full shot. You're like, just take the edge off. And I'm like,
I told you to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it.
You also got
But,
me to finally play a Friedman amp because every time I go in there to play, because nothing's on whisper volume, and
It's
then
loud.
it'd be
Yeah.
like someone like George Lynch walks in. I'm like, I'm not playing in the same room. And then finally, you're just like, play something. And I'm like, okay. And it was just you and I in there,
man.
and then somebody else came in, and you're like looking at me. I'm like, okay, I got to keep playing because same.
Oh no, man. Oh, that's cool. Well, that booth was so awesome because it's like
It
you could
was.
just be in there
And
by
that was
yourself.
weird. Like I want to try out stuff, but it's just like because the way I play, it's not what you'll hear normally in that room. I'll say,
That's
like
fun. That's
seems
cool.
like everyone's trying to shred fest or whatever, and that's not my style. And so you're just go for it.
That was fun, man. Those were those two NAMs. Were you at 2019 and 2020? Yeah,
Yep.
those were probably my favorite NAMs.
Yeah,
Right
it was
before-
2020 when that happened.
That was the last one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite one. I think.
That was so much fun.
It's still great. Like it's still, don't get me wrong, it's still a great time and everything. But that setup for anybody listening, like he had a completely isolated room where you could really play loud. At NAM, you're not really allowed to play loud. They come by and make you turn down, But in this room, I mean, it would just be so loud.
Yeah, you could play stage volume, and it would just be a whisper outside. Like you could hear it, but it was just like a whisper.
Yeah, it wouldn't. You wouldn't know if you were walking by. But man, yeah, those were some really good times, man. I'm glad. I remember hanging with you there. I don't remember telling you to do that, but I can see it.
Because I've been humming and hawing about it. You're just like, just get off your ass and go play the damn amp.
That's cool.
Get out of your head, type basically.
There was a couple days at that 2020 NAM where I think I wasn't even demoing. I was just the bartender. So I'm assuming that was probably one of those days.
You were the bartender offering sage advice.
Sage advice, yeah.
Go figure. Told you, who needs a shrink? Just get a bartender.
Right?
That's fun. Man, it's super cool.
Yeah.
Tequila NAM equals Friedman booth. That is true. They always do have a stash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dave's a big tequila guy. I'm more of like a whiskey guy, but yeah, I like tequila's cool too. Telling me no one. I'm reading some of these comments.
Right. Yeah, got a nice crowd in here. If you haven't already, please hit the like. Please subscribe as well. Helps a fella out, We got a bunch of cool guests coming up over the next few weeks. I'm booked into April. Ooh, wow.
Sammy, did you bartend here? I don't actually bartend, but at NAM there's like a makeshift.
You just
bar
placed one at NAM.
Yeah, he got stuck pouring drinks for a while.
Yeah, I guest bartended like as a joke at my friend's birthday party pretty recently, like maybe like 6 months or longer ago, I guess now. But yeah, that was pretty fun. But those are basically the only 2 times I've ever bartended. But it's fun.
Did work.
I'm a horrible bartender.
Really?
Yeah, I think I have a bad habit of being like Ben, like, dude, here, just take it. Or when I did,
yeah, but I needed that. That's what I needed someone to say. That was
if you're at an open
really in my head, and I needed somebody to like, get out of your head. I'm like, all right.
It's hard to. I mean, at NAM, it's just weird because everybody's got their phones out and blah blah blah. Yeah. That's like it's almost harder to do that or play for when somebody's got their phone right in front of your face.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I just remember playing. Unfortunately, a good friend Aaron from Albus Band was in the booth too, and he was twisting knobs on the pedals to get different sounds and stuff. And he's a really good tone chaser, and he knows what I'm looking for, so that helped a lot too. But yeah, I mean, you're just like walking by, and you're just seeing, oh yeah, I know that person. Just keep walking. Yes.
Yeah. There was, man, it was, yeah, I love that. That is one cool thing about NAM. There was a lot of great players walking around this year.
Oh, yeah.
I saw so many people. It's like now, like NAM's back in full force. Like I know it took a year or two to kind of get back to where it was, but that's cool. It's like guitar players mecca, man. Did you go this past year or no?
I haven't been back since 2020.
Oh, you should. Yeah, next year, man, you should do it.
That's right. Mother's Day is coming up, so my sister will be on. Just saying. Those are always fun shows.
Oh, nice.
Stephen, good question. This will probably be the last question of the night, but we'll go for it. Where did the tapping style come from? You've been known as a bit of a tapper on occasion.
Oh, thanks, man. When I've always liked that style. I was like a big Van Halen guy growing up. That was like my guy,
Sure.
And I started on the piano before playing guitar. And I always liked about the piano you could play the chords and play the melody at the same time, you know. And on guitar, like traditionally, it's more like jazz guitar players do it like finger style or like classical guitar. But I don't know, it just kind of came naturally. And like after my first band broke up, we're back together now. But when we stopped touring and all that, like I kind of was at just like kind of a lost point in my life, like where I didn't really know what I wanted to do musically. And that's when I started kind of really honing in that style and coming up with full arrangements and songs. Um, and it's kind of like I was talking about that like Steve Vai video earlier. It's like you kind of just do what comes naturally and expand it out as far as you can. And if you do that every day and really work at it, all of a sudden, like, it turns into something. So
Sure.
I like that style a lot because I feel like, I don't know, it's how I feel like I can express myself the best, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And just there, I feel like there's so far to go with it. Like I feel like I've only like scratched the surface.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of like an untapped, no pun intended, thing on the guitar.
Well,
You know.
personally, I like I find it's melodic, spatial, even, but not just look at me shred. Like
Thanks, man.
It's not. It's very musical. I'll say.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I love playing lead and all that. Of course, we all do. We're guitar
Mhm.
players, but yeah, I don't know. For me, like like the melody is always the most important thing, and I don't know. Yeah,
I only started playing lead 9 years ago. Just gonna say.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ironically, a few months before I started doing YouTube, I figured out how to start playing lead. Essentially.
Oh, cool. Where did
yeah.
you start? Or what?
It was what happened was, so we had just started a new band. The previous band, we were a 5-piece with a dedicated lead singer, 2 guitars, bass, drums. Singer and drummer, we basically got rid of them, took the other 3 of us, started a new band, looked for a drummer. Guitar player decided he's going to do vocal duties as well. So he's like, all right, so I'm going to need you to take some of the guitar work. And I was like, awesome, because I was right at the point where I wanted to start doing more than being just strictly rhythm, but didn't know how or where. And it was literally Allman Brothers Whipping Post. He's like,
nice.
I'm going to be doing more of the organy stuff with Leslie Patch, and you're going to have to cover the guitar work. I'm like, so what you're saying is the first time I have to do primary guitar, I have to cover Dwayne Allman. Thanks.
Great. Great.
And he's like, dude, just live in the A minor pentatonic. I'm like, oh, okay. And then we went from there. And the ironic thing, though, is still to this day, I never have any idea what key I'm playing in, which is something I need to learn. So every time somebody will say, hey, take a lead, I'm like, what key are we in? Before I play a note, because I have no idea. Unless it's a 1-4-5 blues. That's the only time I know what key I'm in.
Oh, interesting, man. Oh, you can that's you can get that together. And also sometimes the guessing is kind of you might go places you wouldn't.
Well,
if you were
that's
confident
the funny thing was,
stuff, so.
And I think I told the story recently, but guess what? You'll hear it again, folks. The first time I played lead in public, we were covering "Feeling All Right," like Joe Cocker.
Great.
It's only 2 chords. It's F and C. Take the lead. So I had a 50-50 chance of guessing which key it was in, and I guessed wrong.
You played it in F?
I did.
That's all right. Here's a good tip for anybody in the chat. If you want to know what key something's in, just 80% of the time it's the first chord of the song.
Yeah. Turns out it wasn't for me.
It turns out that one's the 20%.
That's the one, yeah. That's what I thought in my head. Well, it's got to be this because this is what we started. Nope.
Spend a lot of time looking at the circle of fifths, just trying to absorb it through osmosis.
So that's good. The circle of fifths is good to know. I used to have a picture of that on my wall in my bedroom when I was a kid. It's good to know. There's a good book. There's a good book everybody should check out. I think it's called The Music Lesson. It's by Victor Wooten, the bass player. You guys ever heard of that book or no?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good book on just like that's probably my favorite music education type book. But it's a story. It's not just a textbook.
Right.
But there's a lot of good lessons in there. So for stuff like that, like learning the keys of songs, etc., that's a good place. Everybody should just have that book. I think it's a good book for guitar players to have.
Agreed. All
yeah,
right.
there's a new one now too, but the first one is great. I haven't read the second.
This was a good read.
Oh, I have that. Yeah, that is a good book. I haven't totally
Dissected
into
it. Yeah, exactly. Same.
We'll go. All right, both fellow Michigander to end the show. The Friedman
Nice.
you have. Did Dave modify it further?
The one that I have a B100 that I've toured with forever, and that's just totally
That's
stock.
your favorite amp.
But the ones that I'm putting together for the Goo Goo Dolls rig are modded.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't want to. I think we're gonna do a video on that, so I don't want to totally give
That's
it away.
fine.
Spoilers. Stay
Because
tuned.
there's nothing more tone sniffer than a boutique amp, unless it's a modded boutique amp
Modded, yeah, one of
By the
one.
man.
by
Yeah.
the guy, himself. Yes.
Do either of you guys have Friedmans? I see the Marshalls back there now.
I do not. I would like to.
I have
JJ
played through
Jr.
one.
is on my list. Who can
That's a
I
great
blame?
one.
Oh, yeah, I can blame you, Sammy, because you had me play through one at NAMM.
The JJ Junior is killer. Yeah, that's-
I want to
I'd like one
replace
of
this
those.
a DSL 20. I want to replace it with a JJ Jr.
John
That's
Duchesne
cool.
BE100 Deluxe was a treat. I'll say.
That's a great amp.
With the greenbacks and the vintage sturdy combo cabbie there, it's all. With
Those
that
are-
said,
That's that's the shit.
it's so versatile. And the thing
Yeah.
again is the customer support. Dave, talking to some dude out in the middle of British Columbia, Canada, sends him an email asking him questions about kind of trying to do this, trying to do that, and always gets a reply and email back. And Dave is so good for customer service.
He's I will say he's always emailing people back like every day.
We all
Which is
feel
amazing.
like a friend.
Years ago, it was funny. I was talking with a local buddy. Where it was funny because we're talking on Facebook, and then we went to Messenger for. But we're talking about Dave back in like 2018, 2019, how he had a problem with an amp, blah blah blah, and it wasn't even a Friedman amp. It was just like an old Marshall, and he was told contact Dave. He'll have this information, and it was funny because at one point I think he tagged Dave in the chat.
Okay.
And then Dave made a point, just comment, yeah, you guys are too nice with the kind words. Just one comment and moved on type thing. I'm like, he didn't have to do that.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm just like, wow, okay. And then met him.
He's the real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's
never
the real
remembers
deal.
meeting me every time I introduce myself. But
He
that's
knows
okay
you.
because he meets so many people.
He knows you, I'm sure. He knew you. I remember him was all, yeah, he knows you. But no, he's a wonderful guy, man. And just like a wealth of knowledge. I've
And
learned
an
so
open
much
book,
from spending time
you know?
with him.
Yep.
A total open book.
Open
He doesn't
book.
even ask for anything back. He's freely willing to give you knowledge.
Yep. It's like pretty unbelievable. You can name like any classic record or even not classic, more obscure stuff, and he'll know exactly how it was recorded, how it was mic'd up, what amp, it's. I don't know anybody else that's like that. Even really well-known producers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dave's got that. It's like an encyclopedia. It's pretty unbelievable.
Right.
Life experience, right?
Yep.
You
Yeah.
haven't met Dave yet, Bo. Yet. Let's wait till next
Yeah.
time you hear he's going to visit Marty and pop in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amanda said I like Dina. Yeah, Dina is Dave's wife. Dina's great.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Well, there we go, folks. Been an amazing show. We're definitely going to have to do this again because it's always a treat having Sammy on. Check out the
thank
Goo Goo Dolls coming out on tour if you're in Canada, or wait till they return to the U.S. and see them there. Or I don't know, maybe they're going to do a world tour at some point. Who knows? Crazier things have happened. Metallica played
catches
the
on.
Arctic and the Antarctic, so crazier things have happened. Just
Let's
saying.
make it go viral, kids.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Hey, great to see you guys. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for everybody for tuning in.
So good to meet you, man.
Yes.
Yeah, great to
Hang
meet you.
on
Man.
the
We'll
line
see you in
here.
Vancouver.
We'll talk off air.
Awesome.
Thanks everybody that tuned in tonight. As always, hold those doors open. Let Sammy in ahead in traffic. He's on tour, for God's sake. Let him
Right? If you ever see a tour bus of any kind, you should let them in traffic.
right.
Let me in through track. Yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah. Be good to each other. Happy tone chasing because karma is real. And be good to
Love
each other.
it.
And of course, don't litter.